Nadeem PakTrust has been in collaboration. We signed an MOU with yourself back in 2005. Can you give us a little bit of detail about what work has been done by Fauji Foundation Artificial Limb Centre on behalf of PakTrust?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Well, due to the earthquake in 2005, there are a lot of other people who wanted to have generous their donation of the artificial limbs, as well as they bring up all their other facilities to the Fauji Foundation. But the part that the PakTrust is doing with to rehabilitate the effects of the earthquake, I think this is a very great job done by the PakTrust. We are having a number of artificial limbs given to the people who are affected by the earthquake. So we have a proper MOU with the PakTrust, and the good part of this MOU is that now presently the earthquake victims are also coming for the repairs and other sort of artificial limbs. But along with this, there are a lot of poor people of the Azad Jammu and Kashmir, as well as our own country poor people who can't afford the artificial limbs and appliances. So with the help of this PakTrust money, we are giving free of cost limbs to them, and we rehabilitate them back into the society as well.
MashaAllah. And so far, what have been our contributions and how many patients have benefited from this work of ours?
Well, organization, we are giving artificial limbs, and along with the artificial limbs, there are a lot of other disabilities like spinal problems and cervical problems.
Sure.
So we can also rehabilitate them in this aspect out of this PakTrust donated money.
Sure. Yeah. So far we've donated 1.6 million or 16 lakh, and I believe we've treated 223 people. Have most of them, do they continue to use the limbs that have been provided? Are they fully rehabilitated back into society?
Well, this is a very important query from you. Actually, let me clear this thing that artificial limb is a part like, it's not a one-day business. You cannot do it like one time and then for the whole life the patient will be using the same limb.
Sure.
As for the growing children, so you will have to have a lot of, like you can replace the artificial limbs with the passage of time, with the age, with the height, with everything.
Sure.
Along with this, you also need repairs and maintenances.
Yeah.
So this is not a one-time.
Sure.
You will have to give like many processes in their lifespan.
Sure.
And if you take out the processes, so the patient is again disabled.
Sure.
So you need to give them artificial limbs over and again in the lifespan.
Sure. And if our donors can help provide more financial support for more financial aid, would we be able to utilize this in supporting more people who are from very poor backgrounds?
Definitely, most definitely, because artificial limbs, they are not like medicines or antibiotics that you can give once to the patient for any disease, and after cure of that disease from 15 days, 20 days, then they just throw out the medicines.
Sure.
So artificial limb is like a lifelong process.
Sure.
So if you donate more money, so there will be number of patients. So as far as my experience is concerned, if I'm a little bit straight with you, like over 90% patients, they are poor. They can't afford the appliances, and the cost of the appliances, like the cost effective in Fauji Foundation, but still this ranges from 14,000 to 25,000 per limb. So if the PakTrust having more input to us, we'll be able to give a number of processes more to them.
Sure. So in terms of process, we have given you the complete responsibility of choosing, selecting, and managing the patient. We're not responsible. Do you think that that process works between us and yourself?
Definitely yes, because you have a complete confidence in us, and we are just categorizing the patients whosoever is disabled and needs like deserving.
Sure.
So mostly we are seeing that if they are having the zakat mustaqim certificate with them.
Sure.
So they are categorized by their own community, and he or she is then eligible for having artificial limb free of cost from the PakTrust money or from the zakat money.
Sure. And the final message, do you have a message for our donors who contribute towards this worthy cause? Do you have a message for them?
Yes. If they are going to put more input into them, PakTrust money and diverting to the Fauji Foundation for provision of the artificial limb, most definitely we'll be having more number of people and rehabilitated back into the society. So this is the message from our side.
We ask you to pray for us, all of our donors, and hopefully, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us more guidance, will give us more funds to help more people.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah khair.